I'd like to welcome in now Ilihia Gionson, Public Affairs Officer at the Hawaii Tourism Authority. Thank you so much for your time. In many ways, it's hard to believe that it's been a year. From your perspective, talk about the significance of today.
You know, when there's any kind of big event, we take the time to remember, to commemorate, to process, and to really come together as a family, as a community. This 1 year mark is really significant in that we can look back at all that was lost. We can also look back at what we've gained, what we've rebuilt. I mean, the progress in terms of the cleanup has been nothing short of miraculous, thanks to the hard work of so many people coming together, cleaning up some of those residential areas. I don't think Nancy would recognize it if she walked back today, just to see how far things have come. I'm here in Ka'anapali, right on the beach, just a little north of Lahaina. We're welcoming visitors back. When I looked at the last couple of stories before this, it seems like many people in the world could use a visit to Maui right now. As we look at this 1 year as a time of reflection and also the beginning of our next phase, right, of inviting folks to return and rediscover the island of Maui. Optimizing and stabilizing our economy is important so that all of those kama'aina, all of those locals who did make the tough choice to leave the islands could perhaps make the choice to return one day. And that's the core of our work at the Hawaii Tourism Authority, is making sure that things are stable and that opportunities abound for all of our local residents.
Absolutely. Ilihia, what is the situation like there on the ground? Are things getting back to some sense of normalcy as we see this video from a year ago, or is it at least a new normal?
I think things are adjusting. The devastation in Lahaina town proper was devastating, as well as the affected areas of upcountry Maui. There are lots of parts of the island of Maui that were not physically impacted by the fires. Those areas have remained open. When we look at visitor numbers, we're down about a quarter if we compare that to last year. Now that's huge when we think about just the size and the scope of what happened. And so we welcome those folks back. We know we got lots more room to go in terms of an economic recovery for the island. But it's important that we let folks know that it's okay to come, that we welcome you, that coming is caring, that coming and supporting those local businesses, eating at those local restaurants supports our farmers, our fishermen, our ranchers, and helps in Maui's overall recovery.
Absolutely.
And that's really key.
Absolutely. My last question for you. Maui wildfire plaintiffs reached a $4 billion settlement. That is a lot of money, but you are there on the island. Do you think that goes far enough?
I'm not going to comment on any, litigation that's ongoing, but I will say that if a disaster like this teaches us anything, it's that, things are things, money is money, but there's no way to replace a human life. And there's no replacement for the connection and the community that we share. And those connections and that sense of community has really shown strong in the year since this tragedy.
Absolutely. And we certainly hope people will come back to Hawaii and help tourism there. Ilihia Gionson, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Aloha.
Still ahead, tropical storm. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.